So let's talk about Gunpla. More specifically, I want to talk about the latest iteration of Bandai's toy commercial, Gunpla Build Divers Re-Rise. Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise aired in fall of 2019. So far, the series has a total of 13 episodes. It was produced by Studio Sunrise. It is the follow-up to Gundam Build Divers and has a second season airing in spring of 2020. If you're not familiar with Gunpla, allow me to break it down for you real quick. Gunpla are plastic model kits based off the Mobile Suit Gundam anime. They are kind of like the lifeblood of the series. If model kit sales are up, then we're doing pretty good. If not, well, maybe do better next time. The Re-Rise anime is just a current and an ongoing trend of Gunpla-based anime that had a resurgence over the last few years. So, quick disclaimer, this is more about my personal opinions on Re-Rise rather than a rundown or review, so there may be spoilers. If you want to jump out now, go for it. I wouldn't blame you. Going into Re-Rise, and I'll be honest, my expectations were extremely low. The last two build-focused shows didn't really settle with me. Build Fighter's Try didn't really live up to its predecessor in my opinion, and Build Divers was just to me. So what made me think Re-Rise, a spin-off / sequel of Build Divers, would do any better? Well, I guess what caught my attention first was the fact that they weren't little kids. Or rather, the character designs weren't little kids. So I was thinking, okay, cool, so maybe we'll have a bit more of a mature tone. So, episode 1 aired, and I was honestly going in with the worst of expectations. And yet, I found it quite enjoyable. The in-your-face references to past Gundam shows has been toned down a lot, and while I'm not knocking it, it does get a little bit annoying when you're shoving in reference after reference. And we are introduced to, honestly, a very bland protag, but I guess it's somewhat endearing when the character isn't out of his way go-lucky, which I found to be a very good thing. It comes off as they all kind of have like this little selfish goal or vendetta going on, and that kind of got me hooked. It's like, oh, well, I'm just here for prize and fame, or I'm here because I'm looking for someone, and even goes down the line going, oh, well, yeah, I'm here because I'm on a mission. It's definitely very interesting, and it caught my attention. Seeing the main cast come to the table with their own personal goals outside of, well, I just want to have fun building Gunpla, it was, again, a welcome change. As well as seeing them not being friends in real life. That really stuck out to me. It's like real life. You get online and odds are you're not going to meet people in a guild or on your team that you know down the street. It's mostly, oh, hey, you're people from all across the world I've never met before. And that really stuck out to me as opposed to the last one where the kid had his two friends from school come in and that was like the basis of his team. So that really hit like, okay, this is definitely real-ish. Then we have the overall plot. So in search of a mission and game that would get them on the top or like a very, again, selfish goal, they're using it to appease their own goals and so on. They essentially get isekai to another world to help a group of furries survive slaughter from an unknown force. The way this show treats it like it's part of the game with little nods and pushes here and there to say otherwise is honestly really well done in my opinion. The fact that they still had to log into the game, it still has access to the game, as well as they utilize the game mechanics to help prep them for the missions and even go on and even fighting among other teams. It really emphasizes that, yeah, we're in a game. But all the praise though, there are little aspects that did annoy me, like the furry people, but they did grow on me, at least from a storytelling perspective. The other side of the story, and this is what goes on in the real world, I feel is a nice framing device between the adventures in-game. And each time we go back to the real world and back to the other world, it's like both sides are connected. We get what happens in the real world somewhat reflects what's happening in the game world, and we get more character development of the main character. And for instance, the childhood friend here, she really helps flesh out the main character with her questioning and wanting to get to know him nature, using all the characters around him to figure out who he is, and I thought that was really nice. And not just him, but for other characters as well, we have little bits that take the focus off the main story, but it adds to the character as a whole. It is in the end, however, that I feel that show really does shine, and again, leave this video now if you don't want to be spoiled. This is kind of your last chance. The bombshells dropped at the end about the Black Knight and the realization that, wait, you mean this was real? Gave me a call back to say he needed Mobile Suit Gundam story, but mostly 08th MS team, and I'm not really sure why. I guess seeing all the people, all the furry people in bandages and in camps like that really gave me that distinction. And then the impact that would happen when the mission failed, not only the impact in game, but the impact in the real world. It reminded me of the original finale to the first Build Diver series when everything went to crap, but also the Digimon movie Our War Games and Summer Wars. Seeing an actual consequence like this really hit me like, wait, hold up, the shock, that was some good shock right there. So seeing such a real world impact in a show that was at its core designed to sell the fun of Gunpla model kits really got me hyped for season 2. While I was originally worried that Re-Rise wasn't going to be anything worth watching, another like its predecessor, I was pleasantly surprised by the way the season went. So that is not to say though that it's the perfect series, don't get me wrong, there are tons of little issues here and there, but I found it quite enjoyable and I enjoyed it a lot better than the original, or the original Build Divers rather. While a lot of the Gundam stuff has been turned down, seeing it as an original story, something that on its own really caught my attention, and it's weird how turning down Gundam made it a lot better, at least to me. So, and I hope this will work, that season 2 will do just as well. I'm kind of scared that the plot and the conflicts all going to be resolved within the first few episodes of season 2, and then it's going to get some weird filler padding stuff of just fun, happy adventures. But hopefully not, and we'll have a solid series all the way through. So if you watch this and want to check it out for yourself, even though I spoiled a ton of it, check it out officially on the official YouTube channel, Gundam.info. You can watch the entire series for free, and even some other Gundam stuff while you're there. So amazing how it took turning Build Divers into a full isekai to make the series interesting.